Guys, emergence, this is everything. This is everything we fought for the last 8 months. We need to learn to trust each other because he's running around here, the Bullet Club's running around here.
We have to know we can count on each other. One person I have questions about is you, PCO.
Right here tonight, Derby City Street Fight, the big LG versus PCO, and he finishes PCO off forever.
The Bullet Club's guns are loaded here. So let's not point the finger at the only bulletproof vest that we have.
You go out there and you wipe the big man from the Bullet Club off the court, PCO, French-Canadian Frankenstein. I'm gonna beat you with everything that's not nailed down. I am gonna send you back to the Creator. I may even send you straight to hell.
Oh, and a thumb to the eye. Oh, the boot. Oh, PCO into the steel chairs. No! Oh, the gas mask. Oh, my God. Holy hell. John, Gallows just sent PCO careening through the ring itself. Oh, my God. He's not human! He's loading the glove. Now PCO! Crawling into the abyss! PCO beats Gallows in the Derby City Street Fight!
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is set for one fall. Introducing first, representing Honor No More from Las Vegas, Nevada, Kenny King.
And as Impact Wrestling gets underway, we revisit the faction warfare between Honor No More and the Bullet Club. It is heat as of late. Honor No More has got to fight battles on so many fronts, waging war against the unfair treatment from Impact Wrestling Management. This war of attrition that never seems to end with Bullet Club. And then in the back of all of their minds at all times, Heat, who has been making strike after strike at them every chance he gets. Can Kenny King fire a shot here before Emergence tomorrow live in Chicago on Impact Plus Fight TV and YouTube for Ultimate Insiders? The war between Honor No More and Bullet Club. The ante is going to go up tomorrow night. More on that in a moment.
His opponent from Tokyo, Japan, representing the Good Brothers. He is never openweight champion and one half of the Impact World Tag Team Champions, Machine Gun Cole Anderson.
He is Impact Wrestling's resident champ. Easy, my friend. He's a double champ. Champ's copyrighted. But regardless, the Machine Gun is in the building. But, as they say, conspicuous by his absence, Big Doc Gallows is to be found. Big Doc Gallows, imagine in the wake of the Derby City Street Fight that we saw last week between he and PCO, neither feeling well, I can imagine. The rest of Bullet Club, as is the rest of Honor No More, banned from ringside for this matchup because of what's supposed to go down tomorrow night at Emergence. Honor No More versus Bullet Club. If Honor No More loses, they have to disband for good. they've been begging for. An Impact World Tag Team title shot against the Good Brothers.
Yeah, what they've been, quote, begging for, working for, fighting for months now. It is all on the line tomorrow night in Chicago at Emergence, as this matchup set to take place. A true one-on-one scenario, but the question is it really? Because while the factions have been banned from ringside, we keep talking about it. Heat always got to be in the periphery, especially of Kenny King and Honor No More.
So here we go. Anderson one-on-one with Kenny King. This is a beat it. The stakes couldn't be any higher for Honor No More tomorrow night. Do you think the pressure is getting to them?
Getting them? I don't think Honor No More is the meaning of the term pressure. I think especially when it comes to these 10-man wars, there is no team better, there is no group better than Honor No More. They are a family, they are a group by definition. I mean, the only group, the only faction I can imagine that can rival that would in fact be the Bullet Club.
Early exchanges here between Anderson and King. Anderson, of course, an 8-time tag team champion all over the world. One of the greatest tag team competitors, frankly, in the history of professional wrestling, but is the reigning IWGP never open weight champion. He can get it done in one-on-one matchups.
It's true. Impressive athlete in any division he's in. It's going to be especially interesting, as you said, this is a first-time matchup.
Cover, kick out.
One of the things I love about Impact Wrestling here, there's always people coming through.
Up, shoulders down, kick out.
And history getting made all the time. Especially with that two athletes who've been around the horn as much as these guys have. It's crazy that they haven't crossed paths until right here tonight.
We'll be live tomorrow night in Chicago for Emergence on Impact Plus, Fight TV, and YouTube for Ultimate Insiders. And of course, join us Saturday, August 13th. Impact Wrestling presents Second City Slam. Also, don't forget Friday, August 26th and Saturday, August 27th. We'll be in Dallas, Texas as Impact Wrestling presents the Lone Star Stampede. Tickets are on sale now for all these events at ImpactWrestling.com.
Well, I know a couple watering holes that the old Good Brothers I want to check out starting tomorrow night in Chi-Town. Just let me know, boys.
They are world famous.
Oh my, they're all world famous, my friend.
Anderson with a back elbow drops King. And we talked about the pressure that's on Honor No More, but how much pressure do you think is being put on Bullet Club to break up this group? Because it's not like Honor No More is beloved here in Impact Wrestling by the rest of the locker room.
Absolutely not. And here's the thing, at the end of the day, the breaking... Oh, beautiful counter there. Kenny King draping the leg on Carl Anderson across the rope. But the breaking up of Honor No More, I don't think, is the primary goal of Bullet Club. That was a stipulation input by Impact Management and Scott D'Amore. That's something he wants to see. Bullet Club is merely the tool by which that may get done.
Listen, I think Bullet Club wants to be rid of Honor No More as Kenny King is assaulting the left knee of Carl Anderson.
Well, they want to, quote, finish the fight because that's what they see.
Forearm in the face, kick out.
Done. They want to prove that live tomorrow in Chicago.
Carl Anderson grabbing at his left knee can ill afford an injury 24 hours before this seismic battle at Emergence. Oh, and King sweeps out the leg. Kick right to the ribs. Oh! Huge kick to the head. Here's the cover and a kick out. Notice Kenny King hooking the injured left leg in the process.
Absolutely makes it way harder. It's already difficult to kick out when you have someone else's weight pressing against you, but when that leg, which is so important, it's part of that process, is injured and in pain, makes it that much more difficult.
Kenny King, two-time X Division champion in Impact Wrestling. What a victory this would be if you take out the great Carl Anderson 24 hours before Emergence. Certainly instills some confidence in Honor No More.
Honor No More has been fighting battles on multiple fronts, like I said at the beginning of this contest. Everything going on with Bullet Club, and Heat still waiting in the wings, seemingly. Waiting in the shadows, almost, if you will. Vigilante style, ready to strike.
Oh, and again to the left knee.
Speaking of strikes, Kenny King has been precise with these kicks to Carl Anderson. That was a deep dragon screw, paying back some of this leg damage in kind.
And now Kenny King grabbing at his left knee. Carl Anderson trying to smack some feeling back into his. And the broke recently, the 18th annual Bound for Glory will be live on pay-per-view on Friday, October 7th in Albany, New York. Ticket information coming soon at ImpactWrestling.com. Oh, what an uppercut thrown by Anderson.
That's classic machine gun there. Has some snap on those uppercuts.
Hobbled here against King, but still moving forward. Carl Anderson with a clothesline.
Clutching at that knee, but still has started to build that momentum.
Whoa! Power slam, middle of the ring, and Carl Anderson is feeling it.
Getting some feeling back in that leg.
Oh, with a senton.
But you see everything always comes back to that leg. Kenny King did great work. As you see the pain etched on the face of the machine gun.
Oh!
And that's all it takes. That's why Kenny King put in all that work to the leg. Because that's all it takes now is one opening.
Oh, kick right to the face. The single leg drop kick is the cover and a kick out. The rocket kick there by Carl Anderson, but still, Kenny King's in this match.
But how much time is spent trying to get up back to his feet just like that, clutching at the knee? Carl Anderson staying in control, but he's taking a lot of time to get there now. Now lifting up Kenny King on that injured leg.
Up on the shoulders. Oh, beautiful kick there by King.
And scorpion kick. Striking at Anderson.
Oh my God. And now the exploder out of the corner. And Kenny King right into a submission attempt.
Tying up the knee and the leg of Carl Anderson. As he's already been in so much pain in this matchup now. The exclamation point strapped in.
Submission attempt here by Kenny King. Carl Anderson gets to the bottom rope to break it up. Imagine the humiliation for Anderson and Bullet Club if Carl Anderson tapped out before emergence.
Kenny King can't get frustrated though here. He's done a lot of work to that leg. He's got to focus up and get the job done. Finish it off. Anderson is on one leg.
Up on the shoulders, could be thinking on the royal flush of the chin checker. Oh, instead, Anderson head first into the top turnbuckle.
For good measure there on the machine gun.
Oh, he turned it around. Wait, into a gun stun. Gun stun. Anderson beats King.
Here is your winner, Machine Gun, Carl Anderson.
What a victory for Carl Anderson. Hits the gun stun from out of nowhere.
Perfect timing. I didn't even know what was happening until I saw Kenny King ricochet off our mat here. Gotta give it to the machine gun Carl Anderson there. That was a beautiful counter and a beautiful way to end this matchup.
Pivotal victory for Carl Anderson and the Bullet Club before emergence tomorrow night. Bullet Club versus Honor No More. If Honor No More loses, they must disband for good. Oh my God! Oh, Kenny King with a steel chair to the injured knee of Anderson.
And now you're wondering about that momentum, Tom. The battle might go in the favor of Bullet Club tonight, but the war is favoring Honor No More.
Oh God, right in the throat of Anderson.
We are ready for you. Oh, we've seen this.
Oh God, no. This is what they did to Rhino and Heath.
And the Briscoes, they've been taking people out. Wait.
Oh
Not again!
There's Heath! A wake-up call to Kenny King!
You have got to be kidding me! Heath, the red-headed rebel, strikes again! absolutely everything on the line at Emergence, coming to you live on Impact Plus and Fight TV as Honor No More takes on the Bullet Club. Anything goes. And if Honor No More loses, they must disband.
Also tomorrow night live in Chicago at Emergence, Steve Macklin takes on the Death Machine, Sami Callihan.
And it's a battle of two of AAA's top luchadors. Ray Horace takes on Bandito.
Also, Violent by Design faces the team of Chris Sabin and Kushida.
And the Knockouts World Tag Team Championships are on the line. Taya and Rosemary with Jessica take on Deonna Purrazzo and Chelsea Green next.
Staying with the Knockouts, the Impact Knockouts World Championship is on the line as Jordan Grace defends against Mia Yim.
And it's the Impact World Championship. The walking weapon Josh Alexander defends against Alex Shelley.
And still to come tonight, Alexander and Shelley meet face-to-face to sign the contract for their Impact World title match tomorrow night at Emergence. For Alex Shelley, it has been 20 years in the making. He has earned his first ever Impact World title shot. Tonight, the boys from the Motor City turn the guns on each other.
The world titles have always eluded me. In fact, I dare say I was never even given a fair crack at it.
And look at this, the Impact World Champion Josh Alexander watching this go down here in the Impact Zone. Shell shock! Shell shock! Cover! Kick out by Sabin! And one more time! He's going to Emergence! For the first time in his career, Alex Shelley is the #1 contender to the Impact World Championship!
Being world champion means there's always a target on my back.
The present standard of Impact Wrestling!
It is quite the challenge. But I am Impact Wrestling World Champion, and that means that there's challengers trying to knock me off from all angles all the time.
I crafted a style of pro wrestling that came out of my brain cells rubbing together. And over the years, this style was adopted, if not stolen, by a number of other wrestlers. I groomed them, I helped them, did everything I could to cultivate the next generation of pro wrestlers, and you know what happened? I got laughed. I was never selfish enough to take what was owed to me. That changes at Emergence.
I've seen you climb the ranks here. I've seen you earn that. At Emergence, you've got me, bud. And I want no plausible denial. I want you coming out of the match with Shira totally unscathed. So you go in there, you do what you do best. And when you put this on the line against me, I want to make sure that I take it from the best.
Just Emergence is around the corner. I just want to remind you, you do have a world championship opportunity there, and I need Alex Shelley at his very best. So just stay focused.
I will still have my Impact World Championship.
The one thing that would make every single sacrifice worthwhile is walking out of Emergence, Impact World Champion.
Change does not come easy. To emerge, everything must break. The metamorphosis, replete with pain, enduring scars carved in flesh. Yet, rising from the agony, they become daring and bold, ready to rise, emerging to become the glorious conquerors they were meant to be. Impact Wrestling presents Emergence live tomorrow night on Impact Plus and Fight.
24 hours before Emergence tomorrow night live in Chicago. We're back here on Access TV with BBD.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest set for one fall. Introducing first, representing Violent by Design and accompanied to the ring by Joe Doring, Diener.
Last week we saw Diener and Doring come up short in the matchup against the Motor City Machine Guns. It was after the fact that Doring and Diener jumped Sabin and Alex Shelley, the #1 contender to the Impact World Champion Josh Alexander. Those two battle for the title tomorrow night at Emergence, the Guns, but then Eric Young revealed himself.
It had been just a minute since we'd seen the leader of Violent by Design, as Doring and Diener had been on their quest to try to get back into the good graces, into the fold of the family, and impress their leader. But Eric Young made his presence known with full force against this man.
His opponent accompanied to the ring by Chris Sabin from Tokyo, Japan, Time Splitter, Kushida!
Obviously, Alex Shelley preparing for his matchup tomorrow night and his contract signing. Still to come this evening, he will be face-to-face with the Impact World Champion. That'll be presided over by Executive Vice President Scott D'Amore later on here on Impact Wrestling. But right now, it's Kushida with Chris Sabin in his corner, set to take on Diener.
And I gotta say, I gotta point it out, despite the fact that we saw Eric Young make his presence known last week, once again, he's not out here tonight. He has left it to Diener and Doring out here together to once again try to eliminate this quote sickness from Impact Wrestling. Will getting a victory over Kushida do that in the eyes of Eric Young?
So here we go, it's Diener one-on with Kushida 24 hours before emergence, and Diener rushes Kushida.
Diener only has one speed. Diener is not a methodical one. He is a maniacal one. And he wants to make short work of Kushida.
Remember, tomorrow night at Emergence, Violent by Design is scheduled to take on the team of Kushida and Chris Sabin. Important matchup here, and every single opportunity Diener and Doring have to step inside the ring. It's a chance to prove themselves worthy of Eric Young. It did look like, however, last week, maybe for a second, when Young came out and attacked Kushida with that pile driver, that all was right within Violent by Design. What do you think?
I think it was a matter of Eric Young trying to lead by example. One of those situations where, as he was not quite pleased with the work of Diener and Doring thus far, kind of showing you, I'll get it done, what needs to get done. Oh my God, speaking of getting things done.
The Shote, another one there by Kushida. Kushida had an absolutely electric match recently on Impact Wrestling and Access TV against Rich Swann.
At a first time ever matchup between two of the best in the world.
And now Kushida sending Diener off the apron. Very interested to see how Kushida and Sabin work together, considering Kushida and Shelley were time tag team partners as well, part of the team known as the Time Splitters.
But there is some familiarity there. Kushida and Sabin as he looks to lock in the arm.
Think about the hoverboard lock, maybe the Kimura lock on the outside.
Wants to lock that in early, start wearing down.
Oh, no.
Diener, but there.
Come on! You want some? Huh? You want some? Come on! Come on!
Oh, Big Joe Doring, enough of distraction to help Diener take advantage. Things are getting tense out here at ringside. Kushida is down, and Diener all over Kushida in the impact zone. Oh, and we are back here on Impact Wrestling on Access TV. It is Diener up against Kushida, and before the break, we saw Diener take advantage thanks to the distraction of Joe Doring at ringside.
Chris Sabin stepping right up to the big man Joe Doring, trying to defend Kushida, but all of it led to distraction for Diener to take advantage on the floor, and now it has been all VBD.
Oh, and now Diener with a neck breaker. Here's the cover. Back to the leg on Kushida, and a kick out. Of course, Emergence is tomorrow live in Chicago on Impact Plus, Fight TV, and YouTube for our Ultimate Insiders. We'll see Alex Shelley of the Motor City Machine Guns challenge Josh Alexander for the Impact World Championship. Those two signed the contract for that match later on tonight.
Meanwhile, the viciousness, the violence on display by Diener. As he looks to continue the work that Eric Young started last week here with Kushida tearing at the back of the Time Splitter.
just been absolutely unhinged ever since all these issues bubbled up inside Violent by Design. Has been trying every single opportunity he can get to prove himself to Eric Young.
He is nothing if not a loyal soldier to the mission, to the design of Eric Young and Violent by Design.
Oh, and a Pele kick. Short range there by Kushida.
Kushida looking to clean up Diener, make short work.
Oh, now trying to tie up Diener here.
Almost looking for that almost like a double wrist lock there. It was Kushida likes to break down the
Hooks both legs, kick out. And of course, tomorrow night at Emergence, we will see Kushida and Chris Sabin up against Violent by Design in tag team action.
As the quest continues for Doring and Diener.
And again goes to the left arm.
Kushida looking to kick it off, but Diener sees it coming.
Now Diener, a window of opportunity here, realizes it off the rebound. Oh, Kushida went for a back elbow maybe, and instead, Diener caught him in the spine.
Diener had things well scouted there.
Right into the knee, and then a clothesline. There's a cover by Diener. Kushida still in it.
Kushida staying alive in this one, but all the credit in the world to Diener. He is absolutely taking it to one of the best junior heavyweights New Japan Pro Wrestling has ever produced.
And now Diener's going to the top turnbuckle here. Kushida goes up and gets him.
Just took an extra second, and that was all that Kushida needed to stop Diener. As he grabs that arm there.
Remember one against Rich Swann, got him up on the top turnbuckle like this, started to apply the hook lock, and then flipped Swann to the canvas.
Looking to do the same thing to Diener here, but Big Joe Doring trying to get involved. Here comes Sabin!
Oh, and Sabin levels Doring. Oh, and to the eye of Kushida.
And all that action on the floor distracted Kushida just enough. Here comes Diener!
The diving headbutt. Now Kushida tees off on the left arm. And now Kushida bridges into the cover. Kushida and Diener.
Here is your winner, Kushida!
Beautiful technique by Kushida and able to put away Diener of Violent by Design.
Another thorn in the side, another hiccup in the path for Doring and Diener. But what will happen tomorrow night is an emergence. Sabin and Kushida take on Violent by Design in tag team action.
Plenty of excitement here tonight on Impact Wrestling and Access TV, but right now it is time for your Impact Plus Moment of the Week.
Oh, this is unbelievable. Crowd knows they're watching something special, folks. I'll tell you, this is what we need. Women's Championship not being done tonight. This is what it's all about here. This is competition. This is professional wrestling.
Boy, almost feeling like that resurgence in the X Division picture here. Here comes Sliced Bread again, but he lands on his feet as Sabin was able to shrug him off, but Shelley is favoring his leg, favoring the knee, favoring the ankle.
Oh, he's trying to pull the shoe off right now, and I think Chris Sabin realizes that his friend, I mean, just the way he frenetically went after the foot and trying to get the thing loosened up. The referee now coming over. Chris Sabin. Wait a minute.
What?
1, 2. He tricked him. He tricked him further. I told you, Mike. I told you. One of them was going to just call the line. I mean, it was all about the bell in the end.
And that's right, the old saying goes, you mess with the bull, and you get the, me Davison hit me?
Get the horn.
The horns, and that's just what I did, baby, because I'm the digital media champion. I knocked that bull out last week.
Wait, but what happened after the match?
What happened after the match? I clipped the video and turned off the comments, you idiot. What do you think happened after the match? Wait a minute.
Enough is enough. I'm done with your mind games. I challenge you to
to the match for a digital media title.
We've been there. How many times are we going to go through this, pal? I can't just
Ryan,
give you a shot.
Aren't you the one who says champion never say no to a challenge? Let's do it!
Okay, pal. You think you got what it takes to be the digital media champion? You want to be a verified pro wrestler? I'll see you at Emergence.
Change does not come easy to emerge. Everything must break. The metamorphosis, replete with pain, enduring scars carved in flesh. Yet, rising from the agony, they become daring, emboldened, ready to rise, emerging to become the glorious conquerors they were meant to be. Impact Wrestling presents Emergence live tomorrow night on Impact Plus and Fight.
Now you keep saying that you revile the sickness as I do. And I've given you ample opportunity to eliminate it. To rid this business of the sickness, and you fail. Time and time again. Now tomorrow at Emergence, it's Violent by Design versus Chris Sabin and Kushida. And there's only one option left. And that's for the designer to step into the fold. For the designer to... Now I've been saying that this world, it does not belong to them. And this world does not belong to us. This world belongs to me. Violent by Design.
That is big news for Violent by Design 24 hours before Emergence.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest set for one fall, introducing for the Bronx in New York City, Tiffany Nieves.
Of course, Emergence is tomorrow night in Chicago, and then this Saturday, August 13th, is Second City Slam, and then, of course, August 26th and 27th, we'll be in Dallas, Texas for the Lone Star Stampede. The end of September, it's Victory Road and Victory Road Fallout in Nashville. And then October 7th, we return live to pay-per-view with Bound for Glory in Albany, New York. Ticket information is available for all these events right now at ImpactWrestling.com. Right now, Tiffany Nieves with a huge opportunity against a debuting wrestler.
From Lisbon, Portugal, Killer Kelly!
Mr. Raywald, this is a highly anticipated debut here in Impact Wrestling.
And just feel the way the mood in the room has changed. You can say a lot about a superstar, a lot about a wrestler's abilities, their moves, their background, but there's something to be said for the mere presence of walking through that curtain and changing the vibe in an entire arena. Killer Kelly has done just that.
You and I are familiar with Killer Kelly. In a past life, she's competed in many major promotions around the world, won multiple championships, but what she's known for is this voyeuristic mentality. She likes to witness the suffering of her opponent. Even worse, she enjoys it.
I don't like to use cliches too often, but you conjure up images of a viper, of a snake, of a black widow spider, someone who entrenches their opponent in their grasp and, yeah, quite frankly, enjoys it as she's taking in the moment right now with Tiffany Nieves. Oh!
Tiffany Nieves, who had an opportunity to compete here recently on Impact Wrestling and suffered the consequences. Big kick there by Kelly.
And you see at the very start of this, Killer Kelly was laughing the moment she got slapped by Nieves. If that doesn't tell you a little bit about the mentality of Killer Kelly, I do not know what will.
Straight forearm blast there by Killer Kelly, and look at her go here in the corner.
Just unloading. Clearly Killer Kelly with a mission.
Did you hear that primal scream scream from Kelly.
And the way she just moves around the ring. Just stalking, purely, the purest form of the word stalking.
And now kick to the left arm, grabs a hold of it, and here's Killer Kelly. It's the Killer Clutch, and a tap out.
That's it!
Killer Kelly wins her debut.
Your winner, Killer Kelly!
And look at that sick smile across the face of Killer Kelly. As dangerous as she is stunning.
Just the way the emphatic nature that this match went through. Everybody in the Knockouts division has to take notice of this enigmatic superstar.
Considering all the tension and build-up surrounding Emergence tomorrow night live in Chicago, every member of the Knockouts division needs to be paying attention to this woman. Welcome to Impact Wrestling, Killer Kelly. Eddie Edwards leads Honor O'More into this battle against Bullet Club. It's faction warfare.
Honor O'More seem to have started a lot of fights, but boys, they ain't real good at finishing.
Blockbuster from Kenny King.
Boston Party. Aurora Borealis. Honor O'More beats the Bullet Club.
That's what Honor O'More calls finishing a fight.
Even after pinning the biggest, dumbest Melvin in the Bullet Club last week, still, Impact Wrestling has given us 0 title shots since we came here. What the hell, guys? Come on! You haven't wanted us here since day 1. That's why you haven't given us a tag title shot.
Emergent, 5-on-5, Honor O'More. Win, get your title shot. Lose, disband. That's it. Get out of here.
Guys, Emergence, this is everything we fought for the last 8 months. We've been waiting for this moment. 5-on-5, Bullet Club, Honor No More. And when they lose, there will be no more Honor No More. What's the rest of these? How are they
Let's go to just too sweet. Hours away. 24 hours away. And we get to battle for our existence. It is all on the line tomorrow night against the Bullet Club. But guys, and lady, we have been here before. We have been in companies that don't want us, that don't respect us. We have gone places that people do not want us to go. But yet we, Honor No More, we are still here. Tonight, you face Carl Anderson. Sure, you didn't win the match, but Carl Anderson, he limped. My leg is fine. He limped out of it. And why? Why? Because you, like all of us, you understand that this group, it's not about just one of us. It is about all of us together. PCO, we asked you to prove your loyalty. And last week against Doc Gallows, you did just that. And because of what you did, because of what we've all done, Bullet Club goes in tomorrow night a little worse for wear. And Honor No More, we have all the momentum we will need. And I have no doubt that you guys will get your tag title shots. You guys will win those tag team championships. But more importantly, we collectively will continue to spread our message in Impact Wrestling. Continue to spread our message in this business in general and show all of them, each and every one of them, that there truly is honor no more. Let's go. Let's do it.
The stakes couldn't be any higher for Honor No More come tomorrow night at Emergence. If they lose to Bullet Club, Honor No More disbands.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing the Influence, Madison Rain.
Right now here on Access TV, Madison Rain putting on a brave face as she's got an opportunity now to go up against reminder, we will be live in Nashville, Tennessee on Friday, September 23rd with Victory Road. And join us the night after, Saturday, Sipslink.com.
Montana, California, the HBIC, Mia Kim.
Tomorrow night, Emergence live in Chicago and Impact Plus Fight TV. YouTube World Ultimate Insiders. Mia Yim will challenge Jordan Grace for the Knockout World Championships. This is a chance for Mia Yim to capture her second Knockouts World title, which ironically, she won back in 2016 in a three-way match against then champion Gail Kim and Madison Rain.
A little bit of a trip down memory lane here on the verge of Knockouts World Championship match with Jordan Grace. Mia Yim looking to build some very, very important momentum heading into that huge opportunity.
It was a recent tag team matchup where we saw Bex defeat the team of Jordan Grace, the champion, and Mia Yim. Mia Yim was pinned that night. It was the first time that she'd been pinned since returning here to Impact Wrestling earlier this year. How much do you think that's playing into her mindset as she approaches this match 24 hours before Emergence?
Well, that's what I'm saying. She's got to get that momentum back on her side after that loss. You're going into a huge championship opportunity like that. You want everything going in your way, your momentum, your direction. You can't have anything rocking your mental heading into a title opportunity.
This is a tall task for Mia Yim, who goes up against Madison Rain, who's tuning out the crowd here in Louisville, Kentucky. Madison Rain, despite some might think of her, is tied with the Impact Hall of Famer Gil Kim for the most titles won by a knockout in the history of this company with 8. No one has won more knockouts tag team titles than Madison Rain. She's won 3 of them.
And she's a medical marvel, as we found out.
Yes, the broken nose that she endured in recent competition,
And
she has
was
recovered.
miraculously fixed because she's an anomaly of humankind. And now she's here to show exactly what she does best in the Impact Zone.
Became Queen of the Knockouts back in 2014, debuted in this company in 2009. Madison Rain has accomplished so much, and it's frankly a resume that I've done here, and especially in the Knockouts division.
She'll have a big opportunity to continue that journey tomorrow night at Emergence. Could walk out of Chicago with the Knockouts World Championship.
That's here by Madison Rain, just trying to control Mia Yim. What is Yim going to have to do to take out the powerhouse, Jordan Grace?
And she's going to have to take something different in front of the table. She's not going to go strength, you know what I mean? You're not going to go power for power with Jordan Grace. You have to try to maybe chop the tree down, go for a joint, go for a knee, go for an elbow, something that's going to eliminate the power game of the champion.
Ripped down by the hair by
I was going to say maybe go for a bit of a submission game like she's attempting with Madison Rain, who thwarts it.
Well, here's a cover, shoulders down on Rain and a kick out. Now, Mia Yim trying to end this matchup here early, and that'd be a great idea before Emergence. Into a cover on Rain and a kick out.
These multiple roll-ups, trying to keep Madison Rain on her toes.
Now, Madison Rain being thrown all around the ring here by Mia Yim.
Couple of deep arm drags followed by a Japanese arm drag there, changing it up, showing the versatility of her offense here.
Now Madison Rain and Mia Yim picking up the pace a little bit here. Oh, and goes after the leg. Takes Rain off her leg and a drop kick by Yim.
All credit to Mia Yim. She's showing a great versatility of offensive talent here. These are the different things she's going to have to take to Jordan Grace tomorrow night at Emergence. Pick the pace, striking, wrestling, speed. Those are her advantages that she might have over the champion.
Now Madison Rain. Little accumulated from Mia Yim.
It's all strategy.
Classic Madison Rain. And look at this. Oh, trying to catch Mia Yim here. Underneath the rope. Face first into the post goes Yim.
She just see the way she rolled in and then out, ring around the rosy around Mia Yim, and then slamming her face into the post.
Hook to the leg here on Yim and a kick out. What an issue this would be for the momentum of Mia Yim as she was beaten 24 hours before her title shot.
That's just the veteran instinct of Rain coming into play here. And now look at the level of confidence she's exuding as she's taken over control of this matchup.
I've said it many times before, Madison Rain is a surefire future Impact Hall of Famer. Put together a stellar resume. At the same time, if you're a fan, you might not necessarily appreciate the things she's done as of late here in Impact Wrestling. Here's the cover. Wounds have behaved.
Hey, it's a long way to the top, baby. You do what you've got to do to get there. Madison Rain has certainly done that on multiple occasions.
I understand.
Say what you will about it. Say what you want about it. Results are results.
It's not an isolated incident. Let's not forget about the beautiful people. Once upon a time, one of the most dominant factions in the history of the Knockouts division in this company. Madison Rain was both a trailblazer and an instigator for years.
Oh, yeah. I'm waiting for the butt that you like to usually drop it.
I've been dropping it for most of this matchup. There's plenty of fans who are not wanting to see her defeat Mia Yim here before emergence.
Well, you're not here to make friends. You're here to get results. You're here to get the job done. And right now, she's doing a pretty good job of it until Mia Yim here looking to turn it around.
Boot right to the face and into the tarantula here in the ropes.
You can lock it in. You only got a couple seconds here in the ropes.
Using the majority of the 5 count there. Breaks before disqualification. Now Mia Yim out of the corner for the drop kick. Just a grazing shot there.
More of those veteran instincts there.
Oh, beautiful Northern Light suplex and a kick out by Mia Yim.
Picture perfect bridge from Madison Rain there. Who's none too pleased that the #1 contender kicked out.
Now Madison Rain stepping on Yim.
Yim is going to be desperate to turn this one back around. Like I said, that momentum heading into tomorrow night. We are less than 24 hours away from that championship opportunity. Not a lot of time to recover, not a lot of time to rebuild, to replan.
Foot right underneath the chin there by Madison Rain, using the bulk of the 5 count there. Now Madison Rain just taking her time here with Mia Yim.
Just breaking her down, laying into Mia Yim, tying her up now.
Oh, look at that. Oh! Face first into the canvas.
And over, and then right into a head scissor almost. And oh, penny predicament actually.
Cover kick out. Another cover by Rain to take out Yim and a kick out at 1.
Forcing the #1 contender to keep kicking out, expending energy. All the intelligence and experience coming into play here for Madison Rain.
And now Rain from the middle rope. Oh, caught by Yim.
Was looking for that Hurricane Rana. Yim denied it.
Powerbomb by Yim.
Great counter by, but that was a great show of strength there from our #1 contender.
Jordan Grace been on the record just because Yim and I were tagging together, we took care of business, or tried to at least. Once that bell rings come emergence, you're just an obstacle in my way. Same thing applies right now for both Yim and Rain.
The obstacle in Yim's way is Madison Rain on the way to the Knockouts World Championship matchup as Yim's starting to build the momentum once again.
Drop kick by Mia Yim. And now Mia Yim, a big drop kick, and down goes Rain. It's up. Cannonball.
Watch the nose.
Cannonball delivered by Mia Yim. Stacks her up, tucks the arms. Madison Rain, the savvy veteran, grabs the bottom rope.
Savvy doesn't begin to describe it. Ring awareness 101.
And now trying to set up for protect your neck, the package pile driver, and instead it's blocked by Rain.
Big back body drop there. It's Rain now.
Oh, crucifix bomb! Oh, and a kick out by him.
Whoa, we were less than 1 second away from Madison Rain crushing Mia Yim's momentum heading into emergence.
You could see the eyes of Madison Rain. Couldn't believe that Yim kicked out. And now Madison Rain. Oh, that's blocked. Blocked by Yim. And the Pele kick. A heads up. Defeat by Mia Yim. Cover. Yim defeats Rain.
Here is your winner, Mia Yim.
Mia Yim takes out one of the greatest knockouts in the history of Impact Wrestling. 24 hours before her title shot in Chicago.
That is some much-needed confidence boost for Mia Yim. Can she carry that forward to Chicago, to Jordan Grace, and to the Knockouts World Championship?
It's Grace and Yim for the Knockouts World title tomorrow night at Emergence.
Okay, party is planned. We're going to celebrate your bachelorette party. It's going to be amazing. But you didn't even need me last week.
Well, I need you.
Well, we need each other.
Right.
But you didn't need me to beat Rosemary.
No, at the end of the day, I'm still the virtuosa, and I mean, we don't even know what's going on with Decay and Jessica. The whole thing is just bizarre.
Okay, well, one party deals. We're gonna party!
Yes.
Like it's 1999.
I love that for us.
The journey is long. The end feels like it's out of reach. Breathe. Find what you love. Let it destroy you. Build yourself in your perfect image, as you will be judged for the fire that you walk upon. And scars of the miles in which you have struggled. You either want the glory, or you want nothing at all.
Hey, Mia. Killed it again tonight. Just want to make sure that you're okay.
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Think you're going to be good for tomorrow night?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, well, you said that about our 2 tag matches, and we lost both of those.
You do know that it takes 2 to win, right? And 2 to lose.
Look, I am a former Knockouts Tag Champion.
Oh, you mean the shortest reigning Knockouts Tag Team Champion of all time, right? At least you're used to short reigns.
Well, tension's running high ahead of Emergence as we turn our attention from the Knockouts Division to the X Division Championship.
And as we learned last week, the winner of this matchup, Romero or Bailey, will have to defend the X Division title tomorrow night live at Emergence in Chicago against Jack Evans.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is for the X Division Championship set for one fall. Introducing first the challenger from Roppongi, Japan, Rocky Romero.
I love seeing Rocky here at Impact Wrestling. Raymond, is it weird for both your bosses to be in the same building at the same time?
I have no boss. I am a man unto himself. And you're all lucky, including Rocky, including Scott back there. You're lucky to have me out there at all. But yes, it is great to see Rocky Romero once again in the Impact Zone.
Listen, Rocky Romero has heard the word that here in Impact Wrestling, Mike Bailey's ready to defend the X Division Championship anytime, anywhere. Romero, happy to oblige.
His opponent from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, the X Division Champion, Speedball, Mike Bailey.
Bailey has been the definition of a fighting champion. This is his 4th defense. He defended it successfully against the likes of Trey Miguel, Alan Angels, as well as Diener recently on here on Access TV. And now he's got to go up against Rocky Romero. What challenge does this present for Speedball?
I mean, it's just adapting his style over and over. That experience from Japan, which brings a totally different style to the ring. Do I I think Mike Bailey is ready for it? I do. He's such a great fighting champion, but it just keeps him on his toes. Mike Bailey's case, quite literally.
The X Division Championship is on the line. 20 years of history behind that title. It's one of the most coveted championships in all of professional wrestling, defined by the likes of AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, Chris Sabin, Frankie Kazarian, Low Key, the list goes on. And now a little sportsmanship here to start off this matchup. Romero has challenged for the X Division title as recently as earlier this year when Ace Austin was the reigning champion.
No stranger to the X Division here. Also faced former champion Trey Miguel in one-on-one competition last year. Rocky, a junior heavyweight in his own right in Japan, competed in many of those Best of the Super Junior tournaments that Ace Austin recently competed in. So he loves to get his hands dirty in the X Division.
Won a bevy of tag team titles between New Japan, Ring of Honor as well. Now a cover here by Bailey early on, trying to put away Romero. Pretty evenly matched.
You love to see it. Both guys pushing each other, all ready to the limit.
What have you thought of the way that Mike Bailey has been defending the title at such a frequent pace? Do you think he can keep this up?
Here's the thing. Is it admirable? Absolutely. Hell yes. Is it smart? I just don't know. We will see how much Speedball has in the tank as the weeks and months go on. Should he continue to be successful in these incredible title defenses.
Drop kicks and Romero takes out the footing of Bailey. Here's the cover for the title. 2 count and a kick out. And just that close. One thing on his mind, the X Division title.
And respect is wonderful, but you saw as soon as he saw the opening, it was all the back and forth. But as soon as that leg was open, Rocky took a shot.
Bit of a split crowd here this evening at both Forces Paris Town Hall in Louisville, Kentucky. We hope, of course, that you'll join us tomorrow night in Chicago as we'll be live on Impact Plus, Fight TV, and YouTube for Ultimate Insiders with Emergence, and also Saturday, August 13th, Impact Wrestling presents Second City Slam. Tickets are on sale now at ImpactWrestling.com.
And don't forget, at 7:30 Eastern, there's also the countdown for Emergence. Check out all the action heading in to tomorrow night.
Outside, Rocky back into the ring. Title can only change hands via pinfall or submission in the ring. Bailey able to block there.
On a back and forth here on the apron. Action now finally back into the ring here.
It's the boot up in time, and now Romero from the second row. Oh, no. Wow, and Bailey made Romero blink. Great matchup here for the X Division Championship. The winner of this match defends it tomorrow night at Emergence against Jack Evans. Bailey versus Romero continues. Here on Impact Wrestling and Access TV. The X Division Championship is on the line as Speedball Mike Bailey is defending against Rocky Romero of New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Speedball Mike Bailey continuing to show his tenacity as an X Division champion. Oh, God!
Bailey just inadvertently kicked the steel post. Right now, Romero takes advantage on the outside. And listen, there's a very limited kick pad that Bailey has on there, so you gotta believe most of his foot just bashed into the steel, unprotected.
I was gonna say, here's the thing, that's gonna hurt. That could break a bone in your foot, even if you had a boot on. But as we know, Mike Bailey competes barefooted to give himself that extra grip and flexibility and so on. But that was the time where it backfired.
The right foot of Bailey into the steel post.
And this is calling back to that question you posed at the beginning of the matchup, Tom. These are the type of matchups Mike Bailey keeps on taking. How long can he keep having matches like these?
Goes to the left arm now. Romero, he wants the championship, and he's going to try and dismantle Bailey to do it.
One body part at a time. Because make no mistake, unlike in some other combat sports you might see, these are not stepping stone matches for Bailey to prime up the resume. No, every single competitor he wants, every single challenger is some of the best in their field, the best in the cruiserweight, junior heavyweight, X division, whatever you want to call it. Mike Bailey wants the best.
Not only that, you're getting everybody's best shot every single time. And hold on a second, it's time for the forever clotheslines.
Or maybe not quite forever, as Bailey comes running out of the corner.
Now Bailey, still on the move here. Oh, and Kid with the right.
And now, both guys back down to the canvas, even playing field here. Bailey starts live here in Louisville, Kentucky.
24 hours before Emergence, live tomorrow night in Chicago. A great championship matchup here. And look at Bailey level Romero. Oh, there's the cover. Romero able to kick out in this championship bout. And the news broke earlier this week. Bound for Glory will be live on pay-per-view Friday, October 7th in Albany, New York. Ticket information coming soon at ImpactWrestling.com. Pulverized the leg there, did Rocky Romero.
You can take out the legs of Mike Bailey. You take away a lot of his offense. Those kicks are devastating.
First time ever matchup between Romero and Bailey, and they've been showing out. Once again, Romero goes back to the left arm.
Keeps alternating between arm and leg.
Oh, no, he wants the arm bar.
Looking to break the champion in two here. Break that arm. Walk home with the X Division Championship.
Submission attempt here by the veteran Rocky Romero. Bailey able to roll through and back up to his feet. And remember, the winner of this match defends the X Division Championship tomorrow night live at Emergence in Chicago against Jack Evans.
Mike Bailey keeps trying to turn this one around. Rocky got a lot of veteran experience that he's busting out in this one.
Rocky, Coe Avenue champion, cover, kick out.
Rocky wants to have the X Division Championship on the next episode of Talking Shop, and he's gonna do what he gotta do to bring it back.
I think that show got canceled, by the way.
Hey, there's a way. Don't call it a comeback, baby. Everybody loves that story.
All right, now look at the kicks. Look at the kicks here by Bailey. Firing off on Romero. Big clothesline.
Turning the champion inside out.
Oh, what a super kick by Bailey. Who is going to walk away with the X Division crown 24 hours before Emergence? Bailey and Romero rages on here on Access TV. We are back here in Impact Wrestling and Access TV. This has been a hard-fought fight between Rocky Romero, the challenger, and the champion, the X Division champion, Mike Bailey.
It's been a back-and-forth battle of strikes like this. Rocky Romero targeting the arm of Mike Bailey. Back-and-forth action.
X Division title on the line, the champion to the outside.
Rocky looking to take off.
The ring Romero's going, we might have a new champion.
Feeling very confident here in the impact zone.
Tosses Bailey back inside. Oh, pump kick. There by Bailey. Off the moonsault. Take a look at this here on the outside. It was the suicide dive by Rocky Romero that spilled Mike Bailey, and then Speedball retorted.
And had a huge moonsault of his own. It is all about the X Division Championship here tonight.
Big open palm strike back here to live action. The X Division title is on the line in this first time matchup. Romero versus Bailey. It's been a thriller.
And if there's anybody who can match some of these kicks with Mike Bailey, it's Rocky Romero, who's been going quite literally toe-to-toe with the champ.
Look at this. Oh, the drop kick off the ropes. The champion tied up in the ropes. Now to win the title. Cover. Kick out by Speedball.
Just before the 3 count, Mike Bailey gets that shoulder up, but we are getting closer and closer on every one of these pinfall attempts.
Oh. Now Romero.
Trying to show Bailey the meaning of strong style.
Oh, the kick by Bailey. Oh, knees right to the ribs.
And once again, looking to line up the scar. Romero.
What a kick to hold on to the championship. Take out by Romero.
But there is still air in the lungs of Rocky Romero. Wants that X Division championship.
Look out, look out, look out. Oh, Romero had it well scouted.
Done his homework.
Romero once again went for the DDT off the ropes, but he held on.
Rolled right through. And floated right into the arm breaker here.
Into the arm bar. It's Bailey trying to change his positioning. Shoulders down here, and a kick out by Romero.
Couldn't quite get that arm bar locked in there.
Oh! Rising knee strike there by Romero. Oh, got him with the Shiranui. Here's the cover. New champion. No. Thought we had a new champion there.
Take another look at here. Rocky Romero almost out of nowhere. That Shiranui almost had the 3 count, but Bailey stays alive.
Corner. Grabs a hold of Bailey. Hold on. There's a cover by Bailey. Romero able to kick out.
Bailey almost baiting Romero in there. As this back and forth contest continues.
Oh, look out. Look where Romero is. Oh, got an ultimate weapon, but landed on his feet. Oh. Romero keeping Bailey at bay.
Looking to restart these forever clotheslines. Like Bailey says, oh!
Romero's down. Bailey goes up high. Ultimate weapon.
And this has got to be it. The cover and the victory for Mike Bailey.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner. It's still X Division Champion, Speedball Mike Bailey.
4 successful title defenses now for Mike Bailey as his reign as X Division Champion continues. A stellar match tonight against Rocky Romero.
And let's take a look at how this one closed out. Rocky going for those forever clotheslines, but Bailey denied it and then hit the ultimate weapon to close it all out.
An outstanding matchup between these two. Bailey continues to ride high as the reigning X Division Champion, and Rocky Romero in his own way showing his respect. And remember, tomorrow night, Mike Bailey will have to defend his X Division Championship against Jack Evans at Emergence.
Mike Bailey continues to be one of the fightingest champions I have ever seen. Another successful title defense for the X Division champ.
Speaking of championships, tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, it's the Countdown to Emergence live on Plus and YouTube, and you will see 2 championship matches, one of which the digital media title is on the line as Brian Myers finally defends against Bhupinder Gujar. Also, the Knockouts World Tag Team titles will be defended as Taya Valkyrie and Rosemary defend against Vexed.
And then at 8 p.m. Eastern, we go live with Emergence, which will feature Steve Macklin taking on the Death Machine, Sami Callihan.
Tomorrow night in Chicago, 2 of Triple A's top luchadors will do battle here at Impact Wrestling. Ray Horace versus Bandito.
And we will also see Violent by Design take on Chris Sabin and Kushida in tag team action.
By the way, Mike Bailey just defended the X Division Championship. He's going to do it again in 24 hours against Jack Evans at Emergence. Live on Impact Plus, Fight TV, and YouTube for our Ultimate Insiders. Honor No More faces the Bullet Club with Anything Goes. And if Honor No More loses,
Gordon Grace defends against Mia Yim.
And in the main event, Alex Shelley gets his first ever Impact World Championship opportunity. He goes up against the defending champion, Josh Alexander, at Emergence.
And after Impact on Access TV, it's New Japan Pro Wrestling. We take a look back at the action from the G1 Climax Larry June. In the A block, filthy Tom Lawler takes on the Murder Hawk Monster, Lance Archer. And in D block, Brock and takes on his former partner, David Finlay.
But coming up next, it's the contract signing for the Impact World title match tomorrow night at Emergence. Alexander and Shelley meet face to face. Scott D'Amore will preside over this contract signing. It happens next.
Change does not come easy. To emerge, everything must break. The metamorphosis, replete with pain, enduring scars carved in flesh. Yet, rising from the agony, they become daring, emboldened, ready to rise, emerging to become the glorious conquerors they were meant to be. Impact Wrestling presents Emergence live tomorrow night on Impact Plus and Fight.
Back here on Access TV, Scott D'Amore ready for this contract signing.
All right, in my 30-plus years in this sport, I've had a lot of roles, from ring crew to EVP. But no matter what role I've had, and what role I'll ever have, I will always, at my core, in my heart, be a coach. And there is nothing that gives me more pride than watching an athlete I've had the privilege of coaching achieve greatness. And tomorrow night at Emergence, two of the very best I've ever had the honor of coaching, and two of the very best in Impact Wrestling history, well, they're going to square off one-on-one. So at this time, I'd like to introduce first a former multiple-time tag team champion, a former X Division champion, and an individual who tomorrow night, for the first time in their storied career, will be the challenger for the Impact World's Championship. So Impact Zone, please join me in welcoming a true innovator of this sport, Alex Shelley.
Made moments ago by Scott D'Amore. You cannot understate the gravity of this situation. For the first time ever, Alex Shelley has an Impact World title shot.
Which is almost hard to believe when you say it, given everything he's done in this company and around the world. We talked about it before, his fingers are all over the world of professional wrestling, this roster in particular. The fact that this is a first-time ever scenario is mind-blowing. You have to imagine Alex Shelley has the mindset of making it count.
This is a well-earned opportunity.
All right, welcome, Alex. And now, his opponent, also a former multiple-time tag team champion, a former X Division champion, and going into Emergence, your current reigning and defending Impact World's champion, the walking weapon, Josh Alexander!
He is the standard of Impact Wrestling. Successful title defenses against the likes of Moose, Tomohiro Ishii, Eric Young, and the formerly undefeated monster, Joe Doring. Now Alexander walks into what is absolutely going to be a battle with Alex Shelley.
And I don't know, and I find it hard to say that I don't know if Alex Shelley's ever faced someone quite that caliber of Josh Alexander, and Alex Shelley has faced nearly everyone.
All right, gentlemen, I have addressed you each separately, and you both know how excited I am for this matchup personally. But even more important to me is that this kind of match is what Impact Wrestling has been built on. Two world-class competitors at the top of their game competing for the ultimate prize. Now, guys, I don't like to throw this term around lightly, but to any wrestling purist, hell, any wrestling fan, this right here is a dream match. And I'm excited to make it official here tonight with this contract signing. Now, Josh Alexander, you have exercised your right, your prerogative, as champion, to sign first. So I'll let you do the honors.
Now, before we get too far, I need to advocate for this match than me, Shelley. I have wanted this match for a very, very long time, and I don't think I'm alone in saying it's going to be one hell of a match. See, the first time I ever bought a ticket to a wrestling show was in 2005. You were on the card that night. When I think about that show, the reason I remember you more than anyone else is because, Shelley, I saw exactly what everybody here has seen for the last 2 decades watching your career. You are somebody unafraid to be completely unique. Sure, you have all the God-given talent in the world in this ring, but the thing that sets you apart is you dared to be original in an unoriginal business. The day after that show, I stepped foot in a ring for the very first time. That's no joke. Yeah, I started my pro wrestling journey the very next day after the first time I saw Alex Shelley wrestle. And in those 17 years, we have never had a one-on-one match. In those 17 years, I have seen the effect you've had on this wrestling business because I have faced dozens, if not hundreds, of the Alex Shelley copycats you have left along the way. So it'll be my honor and privilege tomorrow night to step foot in the ring with Alex Shelley for the very first time, the real Alex Shelley. It'll be my honor tomorrow night to beat the real Alex Shelley.
I have copious amounts of respect for you, and quite frankly, I feel like our careers have run parallel in a lot of ways. We've both been X-Division champion. We've both been part of very influential tag teams in Impact history, although Machine Guns maybe more so. Just speaking the truth. And honestly, truthfully, you've been able to do something I've never been able to do. You are Impact champion. You are the best this company has to offer. You've taken down everybody, right? And you just said you were going to beat me. Before that, you talked about this plethora of Alex Shelley copycats, and I laughed. Part of your generation. Well, Josh, what makes you think you're any different than those Alex Shelley clones?
Sorry, Shelley, but like a lot of people, I'm more of a Chris Sabin guy. You know, a guy that's won the big one before. But that begs me to ask the question, Shelley, as somebody who has followed your career so closely for the last 20 years, why haven't you been able to win the big one? Someone with all the talent, all the skills, and more than all that, had every opportunity to do so. Unless the problem is you. Unless it's self-sabotage. It's the only thing I can come up with. You see, I didn't get it until I won this world championship. But when you have this on your shoulder, night in, night out, it comes with pressure. It comes with a responsibility. And quite frankly, Shelley, I think you're scared. So I hope you're over that. I hope you work through it. Because tomorrow night at Emergence, I do not want to beat Alex Shelley at his best. I need to beat Alex Shelley better than his best because your best hasn't been good enough to get the job done in the past. I have had this many world title shots in Impact Wrestling. To be totally honest with you, dude, my love for pro wrestling has wavered like an EKG reading over the years. I've been doing this for 20 years, and I've been in and I've been out, and I'm not going to argue with you about your passion for this industry because it's earned you that. And you want to talk about the pressures that a world champion faces. You understand what Chris Sabin has been through to become the face, the heart and soul of Impact Wrestling. You might be the champion, but at its core, he represents his company more than anyone. I don't think you would argue that. But it's not one, it's not two, it's 3 torn ACLs. He's 40. That's the price he paid to get to the top of the mountain. And you, for all your grandiose verbiage, you've been cut on too. I know for a fact your neck is fused. You have titanium holding your vertebra together to take some of the pressure off the nerves, or we're giving you that hot coffee sensation. You've got a torn pec. You've got a torn bicep. You've got a torn lat. You've got a torn ACL. You've got a number of orthopedic injuries, and you know what? That's not even going to be the biggest hurdle you have to jump when you step in the ring with me. It's not going to be anything related to your anatomy. It's going to be everything related to your psyche. So, when you climb between the ropes, you look across from me, you're going to see Alex Shelley, your hero. You're going to be transported back to 2005 when you were 18 years old on the other side of that guardrail paying to see me. You're going to be transported back to the high school senior who went to pro wrestling school less than 24 hours later because of me. And you know what I'm going to see? I'm going to look across that ring and I'm going to see an Alex Shelley mark. So, at Emergence, I'm not going to leave you empty-handed, but you're not leaving with that. Let me give you a consolation prize. There's your Alex Shelley autograph, Josh.
Are you ready to be transported? Are you ready for Emergence?
Tensions are high ahead of this huge World Championship matchup.
24 hours. For the first time ever, it is a dream match. Shelley versus Alexander for the Impact World Championship at Emergence.